Hi, my name is Liz Diament, and I'm running for State House. So a couple of things differentiate me. I'm 32 years old, and I'm running as a Democrat. That makes me the lone person up here. A couple of things that weren't covered in my bio. I'm originally from New York, and I went to the University of Delaware, and I have a degree in a double major with philosophy and art, so a good old liberal arts degree. I currently work at the Fritz Creek General Store, and I've worked there for 8 years on and off since I moved to town. I've also had many jobs here to fill in the gap of employment in Homer. I've worked at several wilderness and fishing lodges. I've worked for 2 of the major movie productions that have been filmed in Alaska in the last couple of years. And I worked for the Seldovia Bay Ferry. I chose to run for State House because I didn't really feel that I was represented in Juneau. I grew up with the belief that each of us has an obligation to serve our community and our government, and I'm ready to take on that responsibility. I've been an active volunteer in this community. I've tested water quality for Cook Inlet Keeper. I volunteered for Kachemak Bay family planning events. I volunteered for the Kachemak Nordic Ski Club and their marathon every year. And I love that Homer has so many ways to get involved in its community. So I want to be a voice for people like me, for working people who are struggling to get by and who also want to maintain that lifestyle in Alaska. I'm convinced that it's time for a change, and I'm happy to say there's a lot of you who have lined up behind me and agree. When I go to Juneau this January, I will be doing it as a citizen legislator, not as a politician. I will be a representative of the people and not of Juneau or of special interests. My agenda is built on the common sense principles that guide my life. I will oppose any development of the mining industry that will risk our fishing industry. Bristol Bay Fishery provides 14,000 jobs a year and has a tremendous economic impact on the Kenai Peninsula. And I'm not willing to risk that sustainable resource for one that provides very little revenue to our state. I work to get meaningful healthcare reform for Alaskans. We need to bring the cost of healthcare down for our state and bring insurance coverage in line with what people need to protect their health and to not go bankrupt. I will always work to have Alaska have control over its own destiny, and that includes local input over our coastal waters, which is the subject of ballot measure 2. And like Paul, I support that also. I undertook this campaign out of frustration with the way our government was going. I believe that we as a society have a duty to provide reasonable safeguards for our citizens, our environment, and our individual liberties. And I think if we stand together, we can make meaningful, financially solvent, positive changes in our community. So as a new legislator, I probably not have every answer to your question, but I will work to pass legislation that will benefit our communities and our way of life on the Lower Kenai Peninsula. So my name is Liz Diament, and I hope to be your next state representative. Thank you.